Good morning, guys. It is Willingness Wednesday. Good morning. I am your coach, Bevon Squires, and welcome to Willingness Wednesday. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for joining me this morning. And if you are returning, I want to say thank you so much for your love and support. You know, I could not do this without you. I'm just really excited about being here this morning. Just looking forward to sharing today's message with you. But first, I just want to tell you that I'm asking God to bless your day. I'm asking the angels to go before you and prepare the way so that your day is smooth sailing. And if anything happens to occur today, that you will be protected and well equipped to handle whatever that is. And it is 7:15, time to get started. I was thinking, what can I talk about this week? I have had I have had a very interesting last couple of days, and over the weekend I thought I lost my dog. Oh my God, it was just so much going on. I didn't have the opportunity to really pray and meditate as I normally would because I was so busy dealing with things that were happening on life's terms. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. I love coming from my own personal experience because that's the only thing I really know. You know, that's what I have to give you is my personal experience and how God works in my life and how I get to the other side of trying situations. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Navigating your life through life on life's terms. That's the only way I can put it. Life shows up. Now, are you one of those kinds of people that believe, oh, I can do anything? I'm Superwoman. I got it all taken care of. Well, today I want to ask you, when was the last time life came knocking at your door unannounced? What was that like? When was the last time something happened in your life that you hadn't planned on? Something not so good. Usually when life on life's terms happens in your life, that's usually something happening that you don't want to happen. If you had your choices, you choose something else. Well, I want to tell you, life does show up. It shows up when we least expect it. There's an old saying that says, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, right? So in preparing for the worst, most times, I don't know about you, a lot of times my mind wants to catastrophize. Oh my God, it's a catastrophe. Oh, you know, my brother calls me a drama queen because I usually call him in those kinds of situations. What I'm learning is, yes, I am strong. Yes, I am equipped. Yes, I am prepared. However, that initial shock, man, I tell you, can send shock waves through you, wondering, oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh my God, how am I going to get through this? And then, of course, we make it much bigger than it actually is. And so that's what happened to me. And so I had to say to myself, okay, wait a minute. Before you go all the way there, let's assess the situation. That's the first thing we have to do. We have to assess the situation. What is the damage? What is the fallout? Who is involved? What is the issue? So once you've taken a deep breath, because that definitely starts the process, you know, taking those deep cleansing breaths, you know, because in a crisis, your mind will say, oh my God, what's going on? Your mind, your emotions get involved with the fight or flight, right? And then a lot of times your body gets involved with the racing heartbeat, the anxiety. Oh my gosh, all these things come in one big wave. Woo! And so what we have to do is we have to take a moment and breathe. Okay. I know the situation is not going to kill me. So that is the worst case scenario. Okay, so I'm not going to die. Woo! Get that off the table. We're not dying today, okay? So then it's like, okay, what is my limitation? See, after you assess the situation, realize you're not going to die, right? Realize there has to be a solution to this situation. There has to be a solution because every problem has a solution. Whether I'm aware of that solution right off, well, that's something different. But first of all, I have to get myself in a position. I have to get myself in the right posture to receive the solution. So first of all, I assess the situation. Once I assess the situation, then I determine what is my limitation. See, I am human. I am a spiritual being, like we all are. We are all spiritual beings, but in this material realm, in this material physical body, I have limitations, okay? And so that is the other thing that I want to talk about. Our bodies are limited, but our spirits are not, right? So this is the time that you definitely want to be connected to the God of the universe. You definitely want to be connected to him because he brings the solutions. He brings the good, clean energy, the power, and the solution. All comes from the same place, okay? So we assess the situation, right? Find out we're not going to die. The house is not burning down. Everything, nobody's bleeding. Everything is okay. We're going to make it through to the other side of the situation. Then we assess our limitations. Okay, so how far do I need to go? See, in my mind, I want to say I can do it all. And I believe I can do it all, just not alone. I have to know when to allow my pride to take a back seat, right? Allow that pride to take a back seat and bring that humility up front. The humility says, okay, yes, I am human. I can only do so much. Do I need to get someone else involved? And then I'm able to determine if this is something I can handle on my own, or do I need to get someone else involved? Most times you have a spouse. Most times you have, professionals that you can get involved. And that's where we know our limitations. Is this something that I am equipped? Do I have the know-how? Am I, mentally prepared for this? Am I emotionally prepared for this? How can I be prepared to get through this situation? Okay, so once I determine if I need to invite someone into my situation, who is that someone going to be, right? Who can that someone be to help me out? Well, you're going to want someone who is like-minded, right? I believe in God. I believe that his power is available to me if I can tap into that power. See, I have imagination, right? And so I can either imagine that things are going to get really, really bad, or I can imagine that things are going to work out just the way they are intended, right? Then I also have the ability to use that imagination, or the visualization, I'm able to use my visualization to go back to see, the last time life came knocking at my door, God was right there. I believe that it's going to happen the same way. He's going to be here for me again. And so I want to connect with people who are thinking along the same lines as I am. See, what I know today is that there is a spiritual solution to every problem. It's a spiritual solution that requires practical action. And so when I reach out vertically, right? Horizontally, then I can get what I need. See, so God's going to show up. He's always going to show up. I just need to determine which way he's showing up. Okay, so is God going to show up vertically and give me the information directly to me? Or is he going to require me to reach out horizontally so that I can get it through the other individuals, other spiritual beings? See, I don't know how the solution is going to come. I just need to be open and receptive to receiving the solution. I have to be willing to reach out to God, reach out horizontally, so that I have all the bases covered as to where the solution can come from. Because see, in my state, I can't always think of things in the moment, especially in a crisis situation, especially when life shows up on its own terms. It's usually too big for me. I most certainly have to get someone involved. And so I get on the phone. This is what's happening to me. Somebody has to know what is going on with me. I have to be able to be honest with at least one person. I have to be able to bare my soul. You know what I mean? I have to be naked not physically, obviously, but bearing myself to someone so that they can help me find where I may be hung up with my own solutions, where I may be preventing myself from receiving the solution. So when I involve someone else in my situation that is a like-minded individual, we can pray together, we can meditate together, and together we can get the solution that God has for that situation. Okay? So once you do that, now what you want to do is move forward to thinking, okay, what are the possible solutions? And now that you have a like-minded person thinking along the lines with you, and now that you have tapped in to the power source, there's no way you're not going to get the solution. So the solution becomes available. Now, what do I need in the way of practical action, right, to bring about this solution? So what I want to help you to understand here is that every decision that you make is going to require action, right? And it's okay if you're afraid. It's okay if you're a little nervous. Just don't get stuck in the process. Don't get stuck in, running from the problem, right? Running from the problem, being so caught up in the emotion that you don't reach out, and there you are in a ball of knots, sweating, anxiety, stress. The whole thing has got you in a ball of knots. You can't move forward because you're paralyzed by fear. I'm telling you, these are things that can happen when life on life's terms shows up, especially if you're not equipped and prepared. So this is what I want you to know now. The way that you prepare yourself, equip and prepare yourself for life to show up is in your private time when there aren't any situations and circumstances going on. We have to make that time. We have to make time to pray. We have to make sure that our communication with our higher power, who is God, I call him God, we have to make sure that our communication is open, right? And this is what we do in our private time. There is a saying that I like to say, you don't build the shed in the middle of the storm, right? You are building on it in your private time. You are building on it in times of calm. You're building towards your evacuation plan, if you will, from the crisis that's happening. You are building towards it so that when it comes, you can move into action. When it comes, you are equipped and prepared to move into action. So I want to remind you here, the first thing we do is we assess the situation. We take a look and see what is the fallout, what is the problem, what is life on life's terms, what is the crisis. Once I determine what the problem is, then I take a look at how equipped and prepared I am, right? What are my limitations? Is this situation bigger than what I can do alone? And I have to be able to be honest with myself and let that pride take a back seat, right? Bring that humility up front that says, hey, I think you might need to get someone involved. And then you make that call. You make that, that approach. You reach out vertically, and then you reach out horizontally. And then you prepare yourself to get the solution, okay? Then you use your visualization and you go back and you see how you got through the last situation, how God didn't leave you hanging, how you were able to get through that last situation, and you're going to be able to get through this one as well. You send that visualization forward and you imagine a good outcome. You imagine everything turning out and you are winning. That's what you do, right? And then as you visualize the outcome as being just right for the solution, as you imagine yourself walking to the other side of this situation, then that's when you make your decision to move into action. And then whatever action is required, you take that first step. And I'm telling you, it might be the hardest thing for you to do, but if you will move past that fear and enact your faith and take that first step towards that solution, you will see that once you are in the solution, everything else is going to fall in place, right? And so there we go, guys. I hope that there's something that I said for you today that's going to help you understand how to navigate life on life's terms. It is not an easy thing to do. And most times we are not, just sitting around waiting for life to show up, but it does. It does on a regular basis. And so when it shows up, sometimes it shows up at work. Sometimes it shows up in our relationships. Sometimes it shows up in our health. Sometimes it shows up in a loss. There are so many ways that life shows up on its own terms, but I'm telling you, this process will work in all of those situations. The process that I just outlined to you will work in every situation. Assess the situation, know your limits, get someone involved, use your visualization, use your imagination, make a decision, and move into action. There you go, guys. It is one complete process that you can use no matter what your situation is. And if you need me, if you want to talk about your current situation, you can reach me. I've got my information down there in front for you to see. Coach Bevon Squires, yes, that's me. And you can reach me at 317-721-4315, or you can email me at b.vonsquires@gmail.com. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for meeting me here. I hope that there was something that I said that would help you become equipped and prepared for your life when life on life terms shows up. And if this does resonate with you, please share with your friends so they can be prepared for life on life's terms as well. Okay, guys, go out there and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, beautiful Willingness Wednesday. You are equipped and you are prepared to respond appropriately to any situation or circumstance that may arise today. God bless you and have a great day. I love you. See you next week. Bye-bye.